Here's my problem. My problem is I have trouble being genuine in serious situations, right? And here's a case in point. A friend of me, yes. I don't speak English, leave me alone. All right. A friend of mine asked me to be a reference for his girlfriend's visa application form recently. Like, that's a really serious situation. And first, if you're wondering, no, they were an Asian, relax. It's all right, fine. I get to smuggle in you round eyes too sometimes. He's so Aussie, right? He once took 10 for in a game of local cricket. That's awesome, right? And she's from Canada, right? Which is a real country. So this is the problem. He basically asked me to fill out this form. This form is from the Australian Government, Department of Immigration and Citizenship, right? And it's basically a proof of love form. It's the form that I have to fill out to prove that Andrew and Caroline love each other, right? It's called a statutory declaration by a supporting witness relating to a partner visa application. Sexy. Also, if you've got a proof of form love, don't use the word statutory in it. That just seems weird. Here's something else. My Asian friends will appreciate this. It's form 888, which is a really lucky number if you're Asian. And I don't think they should put it on this form. It's not a lucky form. All right. It's also a very lucky number if you're into chubby bingo orgies. Showing your age. And not so lucky if you're my friends Andrew and Caroline. All right, so here's the question that got me. This is, I found it really hard to be, I don't know if I can do it, right? So this is the question 4. State whether you believe the relationship of the applicant and his or her partner to be genuine and continuing, and give reasons for your belief. All right. Now, I find it hard enough to justify to my partner that I'm into our relationship, right? Let alone someone else's relationship to the government, right? But here's the problem. The problem was that I knew that he was going to read it, right? So I knew that it had to be blokey enough because we're mates. I have to, here you go, mate. But also it had to be like good enough to get the job done and sappy enough. So here's how I tried to be genuine. All right. I believe Andrew and Caroline's relationship is genuine and continuing, having spent time with them together over the last few years. Their interactions with each other and towards each other demonstrate this. Right, that's pretty clinical. It doesn't really scream, I love that traverses oceans, does it? It kind of more screams, my name's Jason, I have trouble connecting emotionally to people. So here are the reasons, because I didn't have reasons either. Here are the reasons why I believe Andrew loves Caroline, right? As read by the Australian government, as written by what appears to be a 4-year-old. They support each other and always say nice things about each other, even when the other person isn't there. I discovered the lyrics to a new Michael Bolton song. This is amazing. And even when the other person isn't there. I love that I had to put that in there. I think that says more about my relationship than theirs, I think. Which isn't true, by the way. I say nice things about my fiancée all the time. Like, before, like, when I first bought the ring, I was in Edinburgh, right? And this, like, woman hater was quizzing me on it. She obviously didn't want me to get married for some reason. She said to me, she's like, so what do you want to get married for? And I was like, because I love her. And she goes, yeah, but what for? And this fell out of my mouth. I just went, well, forever. I know, I didn't even think about it. It just happened, right? And I say shit like that all the time, right? Because my fiance's got spies everywhere, and you can never be too careful. All right, but I kept going with this form, right? This is my closer. This is my big finish. I've never seen them fighting or angry at each other, and they always seem very loving towards each other. I'm so lame, right? I think that, like, this is what I do for a living. I talk out of my mouth whole face, right? I would have thought that I'm an articulate, big word no-y kind of guy, and this is lame. I think it would have been better if I just written it in crayon and just written, I know Andrew loves Caroline cause I seen him give her his wobby pop. And by wobby pop, I mean doodle. The problem is, I think they're a lovely couple. They're totally going to make it, and I reckon they belong together because I try and hit on Caroline all the time, and I get nothing. You deny me, I'm going to deny you. Good luck in Christmas Island.